Hey everybody, this is Frankie. I got back from the doctor's about an hour and a half ago. I was so excited, but I have to cook something for tonight's meeting. Um the nutritionalist asked everybody if they could cook one of our favorite dishes, I suppose, for the community of people that are going to these meetings, which is about 30 people, but I only made enough for like 24 because that's all the eggplant would give me, so sorry. Um, but hopefully some people with, already had their surgeries or whatever, they will just take a smaller chunk than anybody else. So yes, I went to my appointment today. The doctor checked out all my beautiful little incisions, and he told me that I guess that the one that has the bruising and stuff like that, where the camera went into, he felt it because I told him it felt kind of funny. He stated that he said don't be surprised in a few weeks if some stuff comes leaking out of it. He said because it looked like it bled behind the sutures or something like that, or whatever it was that he used to do whatever. So he said if stuff comes out of it, don't be afraid, don't be frightened. He said it's gonna happen. Ooh, let me take these off for you guys. So so yes, I know my hair is a flaming mess, but in all honesty, it doesn't matter to me. So, besides that, when I went for surgery, they weighed me there. I weighed 329.8. Sorry if I said it differently in the last video, but I asked the surgeon today. I asked him because of what my weight was, and he said he told me that it was 329.8. So I lost. I don't even know. Wait. My weight is now 315.1. So, um, let's just say 15 pounds. Like, wow, 15 pounds. That's 2 weeks. You really gotta think about that. That was my 2 week pre op. So today is 2 weeks. Woo! And I lost like 15 pounds. So, let's just say 8 pounds a week. I could care less. Um, so yes, everything has been going good for me. I am now on stage 4 foods, which is pureed, blended, or whatever. I can have small chunks as long as I chew them properly. Um, so, so yes, I have been doing very well on my diet. I really do like cream of chicken soup, and I think that's going to be my little friend for now, besides lentil soup. Now that I can have a little chunky in my food, I'm going to be making some homemade lentil soup with my beef broth that I made, um, which is awesome because it's been in the freezer for a while now. The broth that I make is not meant for like brothy, drinky type stuff. It's meant to be mixed in with some other stuff, like make some lentils, or if I was gonna make some bulgur wheat, like rice or something. Um, I do it every so often though. Anyway, um, I can make some chicken lentil soup or I can make some beef lentil soup, and I am on a debate about this. Um, the chicken, I know that my daughter absolutely loves. The beef, she doesn't really care for, so I want her to eat dinner with me today instead of making two different dishes. Um, so I think I'm gonna go with the chicken today. Um, but everything seems to be going absolutely great for me. I'm absolutely like excited. It's like 60 degrees outside, so I'm not gonna waste it being inside all day. I have already pre-made like everything. All I gotta do is stick it in the oven for a half an hour, let it cook, and then I'm off to my meeting at 5:30. It is I want to say it's going on 4. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm kind of guessing. Um, So I'm guessing about 4:15, maybe even later, 4:30. I could start cooking that stuff. It takes only about a half an hour to cook. So yes, I have seen that quite a few other people have had their vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery um, today or a few days ago or whatever. And congratulations on getting on the losers bench. I hope everybody's doing great. I know that I am. Brit Brat, you're doing awesome. I pray to God that I think that you were the one that was mentioning something about the tightness. I hope that that goes away for you so you can eventually have some decent food. Um, if not, use the blender, hun. That's all I can say because I'm afraid to have like chunky stuff. So I've been using my Ninja blender an awful lot, and I think I'm gonna have my husband buy me like an extension piece where it's got a smaller cup because that I've got like a 24-ounce cup and a 32-ounce cup, and then I got the huge blender piece. And either way, that's just way too big. Unless I was cooking for an army. Um, Everything is starting to like fall in its places, even though I'm not really trying some of the foods that they told me that I could try. Kind of staying with the yogurt and staying with the soups. Um, I'm actually a little afraid to try like chicken or beef or something like that because I just I've heard a lot of things about how people's stomachs change after surgery, and I'm not a very good um upchucker. I don't know what you want to call it. Vomiting is not my thing. Um, I hated it before. My stomach would hurt from it. Um, I could not imagine what it would feel like right now, being only 2 weeks out. The doctor told me that I could take meat and I could blend it through my blender, and he said then kind of like stick it in broth or whatever, and then he said to chew, 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 no matter, even if it's already like liquid. I'm just kind of afraid. I've heard so many people talk about how they've gone and they got sick off of stuff, and I'm just, I'll put my feelers out there when I feel like I'm ready for it. And the other day was like a really rough thing. I went over to my sister's house and she ordered pizza. Now pizza was my favorite go-to type food, like if I didn't have nothing in the house, it was the quickest, simplest thing. And I didn't take a piece. My daughter had a piece, and I just kind of like reached over, grabbed a small chunk of the cheese with the sauce on it, and I put it in my mouth. And to be honest with you, I didn't care for it. My I guess my taste buds have changed towards pizza, which is kind of sad because that was my fave. That was my bae. I hate that word. That was my babe. That was my favorite thing. That or a grilled cheese, or no, grilled chicken grinder. That was one of my other favorites. Um, I mean, we've all started off somewhere, and the reason why we all got hefty. Um, and mine was my downfalls were pizza and just takeout food. I was not a McDonald's fan. I was not a Burger King fan. Not like that. No, 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 no. It was like pizza or it was grinders. And there was this place out in Connecticut that I absolutely loved. They have um they're actual Italians and they make a meatball grinder. And when they say they're making you a meatball grinder, you're getting a meatball like this big, huge meatball. And they just kind of like cut it in half and they shove it on one, they like cut them in half and they put them on the grinder. Now the grinder is big enough to feed like, like your 16-inch sub. That's big enough to feed two people, but I'm pretty sure that somebody that's had bariatric surgery that like a half of the half that they give to you is big and is good enough. I mean, for crying out loud, I can barely even eat a half of an egg. um by the last bite of that half egg, I just know if I was to take another bite that I would be sick. And I've also realized that when I reach that point of fullness, I have an awful lot of hiccups. which hurt. And just like a lot of like tightness and pressure in the chest bone here. Like, I don't mean to say this, but a little TMI, but in between my headlights, all right, it gets it starts to hurt, or I can feel like in the back here, like if I drink too much water at once, I can feel it like the air coming through, and I can feel the water in the back going poop. You know, like somebody shot me with a water gun. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I kind of slow down. So everything is going great. Seeing how I've had a 15-pound loss, I'm doing good. I am, I am, I am absolutely doing good. Absolutely good. Um, I actually have nothing else to say, everybody. So I am going to get everything ready, get my kid um, situated, because she's gonna go. I guess not happy when she's got to go to my mother's house because my mother's a smoker and she smells like an ashtray. And then my daughter comes home and she too smells like an ashtray. Um, and then she's got that like little kid smoker cough. It's just like, oh, I feel really, really bad for her, but I have absolutely nobody else to cover for me because my sister's always too busy. Um, and I'm not gonna drive all the way out to like Westfield or something to go see if my brother or his kids would watch her. So, alrighty, everybody. I hope you all have yourselves a great day. Y'all come back now, you hear?